Hi, everyone. So I have been hearing a lot of done is better than perfect these days, so that's why I am going to completely wing this little presentation with no script or anything and do my best to explain what I mean by blended learning and how the physical classroom space has to be conducive to that. So here we go. So as far as mindset goes, like I'm in a new school, I'm in a new classroom, so I have to challenge myself to think, okay, how can I best support my students? All right, so one of my students came in and wanted to chat. So anyway, planning for a new normal is kind of what I was going for here, and just making sure that I'm thinking about all the things that I must have and that I need to successfully implement my blended learning model. So those must-haves are a one-on-one conference area for obvious reasons. I use playlists and choice boards quite often, so students are working kind of on at their own pace to some certain degree. We do move on as a class together, but that kind of allows them the flexibility, and then me the flexibility to meet with them one-on-one or in a small group conference for a demonstration or to catch up with students who might be struggling. Flexible seating. So this classroom is not technically an art classroom, so I've had to get kind of creative with that, and obviously this year is very, very different. They're socially distanced, but I do have a plan for some flexible seating in the future. Access to technology is a must-have, of course. Access to a variety of materials, art materials, mediums. Access to visuals, inspiration, and motivation, because as they are thinking or trying to be inspired or come up with an idea, I think having all of those visuals around the room and quotes for motivation is helpful. And then, of course, an artist showcase, because it's important to showcase their work as much as possible so that they can see what their peers are doing. We can talk about it. We can critique them. We can look at successes and difficulties. All right, so I'm not going to pretend that everything is laid out here perfectly, but the one-on-one conference space is my area where I can have an impromptu meeting with a student as needed, or I can schedule those meetings with students and they know to expect those. It's comfortable and it's off to the side, so it's kind of a safe and brave space where they can talk with me and not have to feel like everybody is listening. The small group conference and demo space is a little bit different. I typically will put this off to the side near a bunch of visuals that are or can support what it is I am demonstrating. So this would be the demonstration area. I would have a small group over here to help at any point. All right, so flexible seating or standing. I say standing because if students are painting, painters often use easels. So an easel could be a potential area for my students to work on a piece of artwork. I don't do assigned seats unless absolutely needed or unless groups are created or unless I need to have kind of an expert in one area of the classroom to support a certain group of students. So I will often do that. But as far as complete assigned seats, I like to switch it up a little bit. Drawing boards are also perfect to put in your lap if students would like to sit maybe against the wall, or maybe one day I can bring in a few bean bags and kind of have some beanbag chairs and some drawing boards on their laps. That is a perfectly acceptable seating arrangement. And then I do have one tabletop desk for anybody who is squirrely and would like to stand while they work. I often stand and work at tables to show students what's going on also. Students, what is going on. And that's why we're winging this. All right, so access to technology. We all have Chromebooks, which is great, but I do have some extra desktop computers, and I will absolutely allow students to use their smartphones respectfully and honestly, of course, and not abusing the privileges because sometimes the Chromebooks don't work, or maybe the desktop computers will be full. I don't know, but access to technology, of course. And then access to a variety of materials, kind of in a central location where students know that they can go get the supplies that they need for the project I will have very specific expectations for retrieval and return, of course. It can get a little bit crazy if those procedures are not established. And then just having a variety of materials promotes student choice. And with each and every project, it is almost always open to some student choice, if not total student choice. So this is another important piece that students know where this is. And then, of course, access to visuals, inspiration, and motivation. So here are some examples of just, the language of art and motivating little quotes that they can read as they work. And these are all around the room, and I'm continuously creating more and more to add. And then last but not least, the artist showcase or art showcase, because I think it's super important, like I said, to have inspiration from your peers, to see what your peers are working on, to see if you're on pace with everybody, get ideas, and, well, the possibilities are endless for the benefits of the art showcase. So that is all. So this is still a work in progress since it's a new classroom and we've been fully virtual. So I hope to have maybe some more photos to show one day soon or the beginning of next year if things are normal. Thanks.